Okay, good morning, everybody. It is Monday, January 6th, 2020. The time right now is 8:20 a.m. Pacific time. Over here from the west coast of California, west coast of the United States, I should say. Welcome to my trading video journal. It's just where I document my trades and review them later in the day, just to make sure I am on the straight and narrow and I'm not doing anything stupid. But if I am, try to learn from it. These are all futures products. This is the Jigsaw day trader platform. Something just happened. Really quick from left to right, this is the Ultra Bond here. This is the ZB. This is the 30-year. This is the 5-year right here in the middle, which is symbol ZF. This is the ZN, which is the 10-year. And over here all the way on the right is the E-mini S&P. This is all trading on order flow. There's no charts or indicators or anything like that. This is just reading the price action and responding to it, hopefully in the right direction. It's more of a skill than some sort of a product. So it's something you can, once you learn it and get the hang of it, you can use it forever. So looks like we have on the calendar really quickly, not much, but there is a 3-month and a 6-month bill auction here in about 9 minutes. So I'd keep an eye out for that. The monthly auctions, I'm not sure how much the other products respond to that, but I guess we'll find out here pretty quickly. It's been pretty much straight down since about 7 a.m. What is that? Central Time? Or is that Eastern? Can't tell. Anyway. Yeah, I got bought up all the way to the overnight high. I could kind of show you here real quick. A little less prepared this morning than I normally am, but that's okay. Trying to get back into the swing of things, but yeah, that's sort of, this is the 10-year here. You can see we just sort of went sideways all night and then kind of got up to close to the overnight high and then just been sold down ever since. This is obviously a delayed chart, so we're a little bit behind. But yeah, it seems like kind of a trend day. Lots of activity, a lot more active than it's been obviously in the last 6 to 8 weeks, just because I think it's holidays. A lot of people take that time off. People mean business this morning. It's big orders coming through, lots of size, lots of volume. So it's kind of back to normal. I've been focusing more on the 10-year, or the 30-year over here, the symbol ZB. Symbol ZB, the 30-year, and the Ultra Bond lately, just because everything's been so slow and there's been lack of liquidity, but it seems like the liquidity's back. Again, lots of volume coming through, so I can turn my attention back over to the 10-year, which is typically a more stable product. I've also been trading later in the day, obviously, excuse me. It's, like I said, it's 6:20 a.m. Pacific time, which is 11:20 a.m. Eastern time, which is almost lunchtime. It's typically when the markets slow down a little bit. just because of what I have going on right now, I can't really do anything else. I can't wake up early. It's just not going to happen. So you have to adapt and kind of evolve, I guess, with what's going on in not only the markets but in your life, and see if you can make a go of it. So that's kind of what I'm doing at this point. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for now. Just kind of looking at fade trades at this point. Continuation could be on the table as far as setups. Just because it's been a straight line down, but I don't know when that's going to stop. We're kind of getting close to European close, which I think it's already happened, unless they're observing time change. I have to kind of get my bearings with that again, but that's kind of when things can shift and start to flatten out. For example, wouldn't be surprised if we saw buyers kind of step up some point in here and just sort of start to fill out this profile, and then we end up with, point of control shifting down, and then, we just have a nice Gaussian profile here for the rest of the day. It's obviously barring any announcements or unexpected news or a reaction to this auction that I'm not sure is going to happen or not. So with all that said, I'll go ahead and pause everything, and if something comes up, I'll try to restart the video before I jump in and walk through the rationale for what's going on. Selling still continues across all products. Starting to get a little bit of pushback here. 2 ticks over here in the more illiquid products. Take a shot, see what happens. If it doesn't start moving very soon, then we can take it off, because I think the context is definitely selling on the sell side. We want to see all these products hold their current lows. Five ticks up in the Ultra Bond, 3 up in the 30-year. As you can see with my targets, I definitely am trying to stick with my theory that we're just going to fill in this profile. Kind of let this thing play out a little bit. Ideally, like 06 holds, so you really don't have to force that, 1 tick bailout scenario. Still want to keep an eye on these guys. If they get back down to this line, that might force their hand to bail on this sucker. Based on the context of the day, I'm not really willing to let this play out too much longer, simply because I think sellers are still in charge. Until we see otherwise, we just have to go with that assumption. About 3 or 4 ticks down in the Ultra Bond from the high of this push. This might just be like a 1 tick. Once I saw couldn't hold 6.5, and then there was some absorption there. The sellers kind of absorbed some of the buying and went in with some size. That kind of let me know that that might be where this little trend day continues, but we'll see. Like I said, we want 6 to hold. 06 to hold. That takes the decision out of our hands. Six half, we got some size up. Starting to attack 7. They're pulling off. It's good. We got 7. Went bid at 7. See if we can hold that. Starting to get into some size here. Keep an eye on that. Hopefully that starts pulling off. Get 600 off, 500 off. Still got the Ultra Bond at the high of the move, pushing higher. Same thing with the 30-year. Go ahead and move this up to 1 tick above our strike price, just in case we get slipped. So I'm just going to glance at a chart here real quick. I don't see any kind of major structure that would constitute resistance. Not until we get up to basically up here, back up to above the overnight low. That said, I still don't like how this is kind of stalling out here. But again, it could be just time of day. There's a little bit of structure here in at 30, in the 30-year. Whatever that was, I'll take it. Little sweep that came through. Came through all products too, all these products, and then also the S&P. So if you think these things are not coordinated or working in concert, then you're delusional. kind of stuck that target out there, that initial target, 08, just sort of arbitrary. So we'll see. I have no problem moving that down to 7.5 to get filled on that. And just let the rest ride. Full disclosure too, I'm still on a simulator. And I don't really know why. I think it's just because I've been trading sporadically for the last couple months, and I just really want to dial in my eye before I kind of go live again. Part of me feels like that's sort of an excuse. But I don't know. It's just sort of where I'm at, I guess. I might make the change today. Now that I think about it. All right, so we got filled on one. I also need to up my lot size, I think, at this point. Got filled on one. We can expect some sort of pushback in here, I would imagine, at some point, just because of the ebb and flow of the markets. So we want to give this thing a chance to breathe. I guess I'll just put that back down there. We obviously don't want to let it come all the way back on us, but you want to give it an opportunity to kind of do its thing. I mean, ideally, it would, if it just goes straight up all the way up to resistance, that would be fantastic. It's just not realistic. I think the context has kind of shifted a little bit, whereas you're getting a little bit more back and forth as opposed to the sellers just dominating the entire morning. So if we lose a couple ticks here, if buyers just kind of let it fall in, then that might be a bad sign for us. But if it just kind of ticks back and forth and continues to go higher, then I think we're in good shape. There's a really good sign here at 08.5. You have only 154 orders up, and we've already seen 1,600 pull off, which is good. It's kind of stuff to look for. Things have definitely slowed down a lot. Slowed down a lot here in the last hour or half an hour. But we haven't seen any significant selling. We saw it backtick one time. That's about it thus far. Getting a little pushback on Ultra Bond. 30 are still at the yellow line. Let's see if we get any reaction here in the 10-year from the S&P kind of rebounding off that support level. Really need to see this start attacking higher now. Otherwise, we'll just cover at 08 and be done with this. Still think we got a little bit higher, but I just don't really feel like risking it, I guess. If that makes sense. Let's see if we can get filled here. Just cover it. If it does drop back in, maybe we'll buy it again. What are we, 295 in the queue? See if we can get filled. Not too worried about it, but you never know. It's like the liquidity just kind of dried up here over the last 20 minutes or so. All right, got filled. Yeah, 5 ticks, not bad. We'll go ahead and just pause everything, and something else comes up. Pretty much here for another couple hours today, fortunately. So if something else comes up, I'll restart it. Otherwise, hope everyone had a happy holidays and New Year and all that jazz, and we'll see you on the flip side.